Hi everyone, welcome to your practice today. Today's class is all about the core with a nod towards Diastasis Recti. Diastasis Recti is the term for when the muscles of the Abdominus Recti split due to pregnancy, which is a perfectly normal and natural occurrence. Ideally, over time, those muscles knit back together towards the center. But sometimes that doesn't happen so easily. So it takes a little bit of concerted effort to make that so. Today's class, we will be working on strengthening the various layers of the core around the midsection, as well as increasing our emotional strength. The belly is the seat of our motivation and our power. It's where our self-confidence comes from, our self-esteem. So our postures today and our focus today will not only be on the physical, but it will be also on the emotional. So we'll need a block for a couple of the postures, and we will start on our backs. So come on down to your back, and we'll just get comfortable here for a moment. Let your knees be bent and your feet flat on the floor, and just let the arms fall alongside the body. And take a nice deep breath here into the belly, and open the mouth and exhale. And just be soft. Breathing in again into the belly. And exhale, let it go. And one more time, deep breath in to the belly. And let it go. Become aware of your sacrum and your low back. The sacrum is that triangular bone that sits right in between and above the buttocks. It's the very low part of the spine, and it's, like I said, triangular shaped. So with your pelvis, simply start to trace the borders of that triangle. So we'll just start moving the pelvis, getting our juices flowing, so to speak. And once you have traced that triangular bone in one direction, go the other way. Flat across the top, diagonal down toward the tailbone, diagonal back up towards the top and across. Switch directions, make it a little more fluid, and go the other way. And release that. Just rest a moment. It's important to really incorporate a moment of true rest in between each of the postures here. And now I want you to bring your hands onto the top of the pelvis, the crest right here. And I would like you to tuck the tail and draw the points of your pelvis up toward your ribs. Feel your low back press to the floor and your tailbone tucks up. And then release it. We'll do that again. Tuck the tail, feel the crests of the pelvis pull up toward the bottom of the ribs, and release it. And do one more time. Tuck, and release it. Press your left foot lightly into the floor, and drag your right heel forward, and then drag it back in. And again, drag it forward. Now you might find that putting your heel on a sock or a towel makes the slide a little easier. And then we'll go to the other side. Press the right foot, drag that left heel forward, and drag it back. Try to keep your tail lightly tucked, the pelvic crest lifted up towards the ribs. And drag it back up. And then again, just rest a moment. You can feel how that action activates the core, starts bringing your mind into the various parts of the pelvis and the mid-torso. Take a breath here, and then I'm going to actually roll over and grab my block. And I'm going to put the block in between the knees. And just a quick side note, did you see how I got up? Did you see how I rolled to the side and got up this way? And then when I laid back down, I did it the same way. That is a much safer way for not only the back, but for the belly, if you are in fact suffering from diastasis recti, much safer than getting up this way. So anytime you're on your back, make sure you roll to one side and get up. And if you want to lay down, roll to your side and come on down. Place that block in between the knees. Feet are on the floor, close to the buttocks. And take a breath here, and I'm just going to squeeze. I'm just going to squeeze the block between my knees, and I'll hold for a count of 3. And while I'm doing this, I'm lightly tucking my tail, lifting those hip points up toward the ribs. 2 and 1. Just release it a moment. Let's do it again, and I want to draw your attention to something else. Take a breath, and as you exhale, squeeze the block, and notice that when you engage the abdominals, if you get a doming effect of the abdomen like I'm doing now, and in fact, just lift your head a moment so you can see if you are or if you aren't. So right now, I am doming. The thing I want you to do instead is think about wrapping the left side and the right side of your torso, of your ribs, in toward the center line, and then push it down towards the floor. So instead of this. And I feel a different quality of pressure. I feel a lot more pressure in my gut and in my throat when I'm pressing my belly up. So release it, and we'll take that one more time. Take a breath in, squeeze the block, knit your left and right ribs in toward the midline, tuck those hip points up toward the ribs, and now press the belly down towards the floor, navel down towards the floor. Maintain that. Take a breath. Lightly squeeze the block. Lift the pelvis off the ground. Lift the low back. Lift the mid. Lift the upper back. And remember, I'm not doming my stomach up. I'm keeping my belly down towards my spine. Take a breath here, and I'm going to undulate back down again. I'm going to lower my upper back, my mid back, my low back and sacrum, and then I'll release the tension on the block. Do it again. Squeeze the block, knit the ribs in toward the midline, feel the consolidation of your torso. It's almost like you're tightening up your corset here. Take a breath, press the feet, tuck your tail, lift the pelvis, low back, mid back, upper back. Keep the belly down so we're not straining it up toward the ceiling. Take a breath here, and then slowly release the top, the middle, the low, the pelvis, and then the block. Feel free to do that a few more times. I'm going to just take that out, and I'm going to rest with my knees open a moment here. From this position, after I take some nice soothing breaths into the belly, I'll bring the knees together, and I'm going to roll over onto one side. So I'll place my left elbow right underneath my shoulder, and I'll extend my legs out nice and long. And I want to make sure I'm in a line here. I'm not in a back bend or an arched position. Sometimes it's useful to line up along the back edge of the mat, heels, bum, and left elbow. Bring that right foot out in front of you, right knee bending. You can just put the hand on the knee or on the hip. You could extend the arm up, take a breath in, and now let this left side body lift you up. So yes, I am pressing with my right foot, but I'm really pressing with my left outer foot, my left elbow, and I'm lifting everything in between. And so again, think about left and right sides of the ribs, wrapping in toward the center line, and then pressing that center line back toward the spine. Take a deep breath in here, and exhale, release it down. We'll do it on the other side. Roll onto your right elbow, right hip, and right heel. Step your left foot over. Take a breath here, and as you exhale, lift up. So I'm pressing down to lift up. And again, I have that awareness of my core, wrapping my left and my right in toward the center line, pulling it back toward the spine. And of course, I'm breathing. And then from here, I'll bring it down. I'll show you one more variation here. If you're ready for more, you might roll onto that left side. Draw the tail down toward the heels, drawing the hip points up toward the ribs, everything we've done thus far. You might start the same way, lift it up, and then stay here, or begin to walk that right foot out until it is stacked in front of your left foot, or stacked on top of the right foot. Breathe in and out. So derive strength from your core. You're stronger than you think. Breathe in and breathe out. And keep the gaze steady. Take a nice deep breath in, and then release it down. Roll through the belly. Roll to the other side. Right elbow, hip, and heel. Start with that left foot forward. Press down to lift up. Activate the core. It's not just a bulk tensing. Think about the elegant wrapping of those left and right side ribs into the middle. Pull it in, lift it up, and then you can keep the foot there or walk it down so your toe to heel, or stack your right foot. Find your breath. Find your strength. Find your calm. You got this. And then from here, slowly release it down. Take rest a moment. Remember to rest in between each posture. Breathe into the belly. And let's do one more from here. Bring your elbows underneath your shoulders, and your legs are long out behind you. Press down into your palms and your elbows, and we'll start in a Sphinx position. So the back of the neck is long, and just notice here that you can, in fact, let your belly be soft towards the mat, or you might tuck the tail, pull the hip crests, the points, up toward the ribs a little bit, and you'll feel just a gentle firming of that area, and your attention, your focus, your energy is there. Take another breath here. Try to keep that energy right there at your center, and as you exhale, drop your chin and begin to roll the belly, pubic bone, thighs off the floor. I'm pressing my forearms and my hands and my elbows down, pressing them down and forward, pushing the ground away, and I'm almost hollowing my front body. I might stay here, or I might lift my knees and shins off the floor, and I might hold for 3, 2, and 1. We'll come out the way we went in, drop the knees, slowly lower the thighs, the pubic bone, the belly. We'll take rest. And we'll do that one more time. Elbows underneath your shoulders, press the palms, press the hands, take a breath, and right away you draw the tail toward the heels, the pubic bone and the hip points lift, and then on your next exhale, drop the chin, press the ground away with your hands, lift your chest, your pubic bone, your thighs, stay here, or lift the knees. Think about knitting those left and right ribs in toward the midline and lifting them up toward the spine. Feel the strength of your body. Feel the calm, steady breath. From here, Take a breath in. Slowly lower. Knees if they're up. Slowly lower the thighs. Try not to drop the body like a plank on the floor. Roll it down, undulate, and take rest. From here, bring the hands on either side of you. Turn your toes under. Same action of the pelvis. Draw the tail down. Feel the firmness of the low belly. And then, as though you have a string attached to your navel and reaching out behind you, pull the navel back, like someone has pulled on that string to bring you back into a pose of the child. From here, come on up into hands and knees, and I'm going to actually turn around. From this hands and knees position, step your left foot straight back behind you. Press into the ground, and again, I want you to envision the wrapping of the left ribs and the right ribs in toward that center line, and then we pull the belly and the center line up into the spine. Press the floor away. Take a breath, elevate the knee, and that might be plenty. And just focus on the torso. If you'd like more, maybe elevate the foot and the knee. Keep drawing the tail down toward the left heel. And if you want even more, how high can you lift that knee toward the chest and the heel toward the buttocks? Take a deep breath in here. And bring the foot down, bring the knee down, and switch sides. Step your right foot back. Fingers are spread, hands are under the shoulders. Press all 4 points of contact into the floor. Wrap those left and right ribs in and up, and then hover the knee. Breathe. Hover the foot. Breathe. Or really hug that thigh up into the ribs. Make the body as compact and tight as you can. Find a focal point for your eyes. Soft, steady breath, soft, steady gaze. Take a deep breath in, and then release. Both knees down, come back into pose of the child. After several breaths in your pose of the child, come on up into downward facing dog. And we're going to make our way to standing for one posture there. So come on forward. Inhale, lift the chest, look forward. Fold as you exhale. And now press into the feet. Come on up. And as you come up, let your sacrum dip down to pull the pubic bone up. And that action of the pelvis helps to bring you all the way up nice and safely. So I'm going to turn to face you here. This next posture is actually a bandha. Now, bandhas in yoga, you can consider them like a lock or an energetic gateway. And so there are 3 main bandhas that we work with in hatha yoga. And one of them is called Uddiyana Bandha. Uddiyana Bandha technically means flying upward. And in its full form, the belly is hollowed in quite dramatically towards the spine. And that's what we're going to work with today. There's another bandha, though, called Mula Bandha. Mula Bandha means root lock, and it's located at the very base of the spine in the perineal area. This is how I like to think about it. You know those games at the amusement parks where you put a quarter in and the little arm goes forward and down and the claw comes up and then you can pick up a little toy and then bring it back? Consider this: right sit bone, left sit bone, pubic bone, tailbone, those 4 points. I want you to think about those 4 points drawing in toward the center and lifting up, just like that little amusement park game. So as we do this next posture, I want you to try to activate that Mula Bandha. Now that's a lot to ask, so if it's too much, just start with the Uddiyana Bandha. Here's Uddiyana Bandha. I'm going to bring my hands onto my knees. I'll breathe in, I'll breathe out. When my lungs are empty, I'm going to suck my navel in toward the spine, hollowing the belly, and I'll hold the breath out. When it's time for me to inhale, I'll stand up, release the belly, and I'll take my inhalation. This is what it looks like. I'll do a little side view so you can see a little bit easier. Exhaling, suck it in. Inhale to stand up. So hopefully you were able to see that emptying and that hollowing of the belly, drawing the spine in quite dramatically towards the spine. And so we'll do it one more time, and now this time try to incorporate that as well as the Mula Bandha. Take a breath in and out. And let it go. Come to the front of the mat. As you inhale, take the arms up, draw the tail down, hip points up, and as you exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lift the chest, look forward. Exhale, step it back into downward facing dog. From your downward facing dog, bend the knees, step or hop forward, and have a seat and lie on your back. So after practicing your Uddiyana Bandha, don't forget to take a moment or two of rest. As far as how many times to do these postures, you might start with 3 to 5 times, and as you get more comfortable, you just increase the numbers. Postures. So bring the knees into the chest, and I'm going to bring the knees right over the hips, and I will extend the feet a little bit till I have about a 90-degree angle there. My fingers are going to just lightly come onto the back of my head, and already I feel quite a bit of strengthening in my torso, as well as my character. And again, I'm thinking about left and right side ribs, knitting in toward the center and down toward the floor. My low back is on the ground. Okay, so fingers lightly touching the head, breathing in. As I exhale, my right elbow is going to come towards the left knee. My right leg will extend, and I'm going to try to make contact with right elbow and left knee, and I'm going to push. At the same time, my right foot will extend. Inhale back to center. Exhale, slow twist to my right. Elbow presses into knee. I push, and I feel that strengthening action in the abdominals. Inhale back to center. Keep the low back on the floor. Exhale, I twist to the left, pressing elbow into knee. And if this is too much, think about maybe bringing the head down to the floor in between to kind of refresh you, and then lift back up. Knitting left and right, in and down. Come back to center one more time, each side. Right elbow, left knee, push. Reach the right foot. Knit in and down. Last time. Breathe in and breathe out. Steady your breath, steady your gaze. Come back to center and rest. Soles of the feet together, knees open wide. And finally, bring the knees together. Reach your fingers out, bring the knees in, take the legs up, and just give them a little shake. Give them a little wibble wobble here. And then extend the legs straight up to the ceiling, fingers to the floor. Inhale here, and exhale, lift your head. So right away, I'm recruiting my upper abdominals here, which is a good thing. And then pressing my fingertips, squeezing my inner ankles together, I'll take my legs on a diagonal. So I don't want to take them so low that I'm working at my absolute maximum. Be easy on yourself. So a fairly easy diagonal. I'm still working, I'm still engaged here. And now I'm going to focus on knitting left and right in toward the middle and pressing down towards the floor. And if it's too much for me to keep my head lifted, I could bring my head down. I'm still working hard here. Breathing in and breathing out, feeling my back on the floor, feeling stronger, feeling capable. I'm feeling good about myself. Take a breath here and release. Bring it in, side to side. I'll show you another variation on that. Take the legs up, extend them on the diagonal, same. Take a breath here. Lift the head if you're willing. You can keep the head down if you'd rather. Separate the feet a little bit. Externally rotate the feet, and then flutter the feet like this. And so I'm activating my inner leg line, which is absolutely connected to the core. Now, can you activate your Mula Bandha here? Those 4 points squeezing in and lifting up. And if the answer is no, that's okay. Keep trying. Take another couple of breaths here and release. Roll side to side. And so bring the feet to the floor. And you might use a blanket on either side of the body here, or 2 pillows or 2 blocks. Open up the feet and allow your knees to be supported. I don't have 2 blocks or blankets, so I'll just imagine that they're there. And I want you to bring your hands onto your belly, to the seat of your power. I want you to smile a little bit. Big breath in. And as you exhale, I want you to send some loving, kind gratitude to your belly. Not only is the belly the seat of our power, the reverse is often true too. The belly can be a source of shame or weakness or embarrassment. So what I want you to do is I want you to send loving, kind gratitude to your belly. And I want you to say thank you to all that your belly does for you. Houses all of your organs, is the source of life. And yes, it is the source of your power. And so I want you to feel it. I want you to feel strong and safe right here at your center. If you are able to stay longer in your final rest here, please do. If it's time for you to get up, bring the hands outside your knees and bring the knees back together. And of course, roll to one side. Try not to sit straight up from that reclining position. Always roll to your side. And then use your hands, press down into your hands. Come on up to sit. Sit up nice and tall. And bring the hands together at heart center. And take a breath into your belly, into your ribs, into your lungs, into your heart. And let it go. Thank you for joining me. I have much gratitude for this practice. I hope you do too. I look forward to practicing with you again. Namaste.